Okay, up next we're going to work on the mouth, and with our proportions we have our face divided in half. Halfway is for the eyes. The nose is 1/4 of the way down the face, and then if we divide this space from the base of the nose to the bottom of the chin, right in here is the mouth. So that would be 1/8 of the way, if you did those fractions, is where the mouth is. And that's the height of the mouth. But then for the width, if the person has just a regular kind of resting face in a normal mouth closed shape, wherever the pupil of the eye would be, that's the very dark center, if you did an imaginary dotted line straight down, right there is how wide the mouth actually goes. So your mouth is wider than you think. You don't want to make it too tiny or overly wide. Okay, I'm going to first demonstrate how to do a closed mouth. So I'm going to zoom in here. And your lips, you do not want to have your typical kind of smiley face shape. Okay, your top lip and bottom lip have 2 different shapes and sizes, and they are not flat, and they're definitely not a straight line. So you're going to begin by looking right here where we did the nose. That is the philtrum, this fold of skin that connects. And I'm going to look and see if you notice any kind of ridges. And then here, it will most often bend a little bit, and each person has a different bend to that. And then you'll want to look in the middle here. Okay, the top lip is typically a different size than the bottom lip, and for me my bottom lip is just slightly bigger, and it often gets thin in the corners. And my bottom lip isn't going to start until kind of here. And then you can use your erasers to kind of adjust, make it symmetrical as needed. And oftentimes in here there's a little ridge as well. And there's really often no difference between male or female lips, unless the person is wearing lipstick to make their lips extremely exaggerated. Okay, and then from here, look and see if your top lip is a different value than your bottom lip. Oftentimes, the sun catches on the bottom lip because it often sticks out farther, so there might be a glare or a glint. And then the top lip is often shaded in a bit darker because of the way it bends. And then your lips actually have some wrinkles. So you can, we need chapstick, and that's what allows your mouth to open and expand to be able to eat like a really delicious cheeseburger. And then you might often have dimples in here, or if there's like defining the cheek muscles in here. And then I like to take my blending stick and just kind of subtly smooth and blend this together. You can even dab with this to kind of soften the edge. You don't want a crisp edge. And then I'm also going to blend this right into the philtrum here. And you can eventually then layer and fade around here. Okay, and then the bottom lip. Typically this one is lighter, so don't overdo the shading. It should be probably darker in the middle. And then I'm actually going to put just a few wrinkles, and you might not even need to do much shading at all. And in fact, there is usually a shadow underneath here. So look and see what is under your bottom lip. Okay, and that's how to do a closed mouth. Again, lined up with the pupils here and 1/8 of the way down the face. But what if you are drawing a face with teeth showing? So sometimes in a portrait, the person is smiling or making some kind of face where they have teeth showing. What we don't want, again, is this. And you'll often see, like in emojis or cartoons, they have like just this grid of teeth. We do not want that. Instead, your teeth are all different shapes and sizes, and I would suggest counting the teeth that you see. This will often make it easier for you. You don't have to draw all of the teeth. The lips also change. So I'm gonna be referencing a photo here, and the lips often get stretched out wider, and the top lip is often thinner. And then there's usually a shadow showing the depths of the mouth going back in. And then you're going to look at the space between. Okay, and we're actually not even going to draw the teeth at all. Instead, we're going to draw the gums. The gum is the pink part of your skin that holds your teeth in place. And I'm looking here and finding the center, the symmetry here. And on one side, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teeth. And then I'm going to space out where the gum goes. So there's 1. And my teeth are all different shapes and sizes, just like yours. We have different teeth shapes for different reasons, like some are for biting, some are for like chewing gum. Okay, so here I can barely see a little bit of one there. Then you're just going to lightly shade around the tooth. And then draw anywhere you notice a gap in between the teeth. So I see like a little bit of a shadow here. And then I've got a trick at the end that's really going to help it. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. However, I see my smile is slightly turned, so I see more of a shadow on this half. And oh, I see this side of my lip has the glint. I'm just going to put that in while I'm observing it. And you can add the wrinkles the same way I showed you previously. Oops, I probably didn't make this tooth tall enough, so I'm going to adjust that proportion to make it taller. There we go. And now on this side I see 1, 2, 3, 4.5 teeth. I'm going to space those out. Your front 2 teeth are bigger, and from my view it's slightly slanted. And there is this gap here for the gum. And I'm showing these kind of arches for the gums here. And then here's where I only see a little bit of like a half tooth. for my particular smile in this photograph. Okay, still looks very strange, right? So I'm going to make some adjustments. This one needs to be the same height here. I'm going to draw the shadows around the teeth. Okay, and then lastly, here's my little trick. You do not want a hard edge around the teeth. So I like to kind of re-squish my kneaded eraser here. And then I'm going to dab and just gently lift it up. You don't want your teeth to be overly defined. You want them kind of more gray. There we go. And I'm going to touch it up with the blending stick again, just to soften things up. Again, you use your eraser to really remove the harsh outline there. And then again, you could add in the cheeks. So there you have it, teeth showing in a smile. Okay. And let me zoom back out here. So we don't want these grids. You want to really count the teeth you can see and only draw the ones that you can see. And really get the shadows and contrast blocking in the mouth 1/8 of the way down.